Today, guys, I'm going to be talking about supplements and what that entails as being a teenager who's on them. I'm going to go over ashwagandha, protein powder, pre-workout, creatine, and energy drinks because I consider those a supplement. But the first one I'm going to go over today is going to be protein powder. All right. It's like basically like the staple supplement that a lot of people who go to the gym are taking because it can be hard if you're not, eating it in actual food to get your protein in. It's a good supplement if you're like, it's towards the end of the day and you're missing like 30 grams of protein and you don't really want to eat eggs or tuna or anything else that's going to give it to you from a natural source. But keep in mind, this isn't really naturally found in nature. All right, this is, I don't know if you guys can see the ingredients, but there's a bunch. And I wouldn't necessarily recommend this over like a steak or chicken or something that's actually real, like meat, like red meat. But I would prefer real food over protein powder. I have currently tried Black Magic. I have tried Ghost Oreo, I've tried Ghost Cinnabon, and I've tried PE Science Cake Pop. Now, my favorite one out of the bunch has got to be Ghost Cinnabon. All right, nice cinnamon flavor, not too hard to dissolve in water or milk to mix it, And altogether, it's a really good protein, You can find it at Target, online, Amazon. I think even Walmart carries it now. I'm not sure about that, but I know you can find it at Target. It's a little bit on the pricier side, and I think this calorie to protein ratio is a little much, but I personally like it. And if you find it, you should give it a try, try something new. But yeah, so we're done with protein. Put this off to the side. Creatine. Now, according to my research and things that friends have told me, creatine is one of the most researched supplements in the world, all right? A lot of people I know, they take it when they're going to the gym because essentially what it does is it pulls water to your muscles, all right? Makes them fuller, makes them look a little bit more bigger, but it's not going to look like you're on steroids, Don't have that false impression. I'm not saying it's going to make you look like Sam Sulek in like a day, all right? Don't quote me on this, but I think it helps with, recovery. I would say before you take any supplement, do your research on it. Make sure you know everything about it before you take it because, you're putting it in your body. You don't know how it might react because I know that if you don't drink enough water, you can get, It's either liver or kidney damage. But if you're not drinking enough water and you're on this, you might have that possible side effect. But another thing is that when a lot of people who are first starting to take creatine, they're going to see if they should do a loading phase or if they shouldn't. All right. Basically, a loading phase is that it helps your muscles. Well, okay. What I've seen on my research is that a lot of people say that the loading phase doesn't really work. It's a placebo effect. But essentially what it does is it helps saturate your muscles with creatine quicker. All right. Basically, what I've read is that if you do a loading phase, which is basically you take 4 scoops a day or 20 grams for a week, and it'll saturate your muscles quicker than just taking 1 scoop a day, which I think takes about 2 to 3 weeks, maybe a month. I'm not sure. It's been a while. But I personally did a loading phase. I think that it has some truth to it. I did start seeing a little bit more mass on my muscles after like a couple weeks. Because remember, it's not going to work immediately. All right, it takes a little bit of time for you to start seeing a difference in your muscles and all the other benefits that it has. But personally, I think that taking creatine is a good supplement, and it's got more benefits to it than it has risks. But remember, research, do your own research. Don't listen to a guy on YouTube like me. All right, probably check out some studies, But yeah, I think creatine is an amazing supplement. I personally have been off of it for about 4 months now because I've been too lazy to take it. But when I was taking it for the first couple months, I did see an improvement in the weight I was able to lift and the size of my muscles and my recovery time. How we're doing, we're going to talk about pre-workout. Now, personally, I like pre-workout. After a long day of school, it's good to have some sort of boost in energy because this has caffeine. It has some other stimulants like beta-alanine, and I think it's pretty useful for me. But the only thing I would say is that if you're on the younger side, 13, 12, even a little bit early 14, I think you should skip it. All right, don't take it because you can develop really easily a high caffeine addiction. All right, because you take a scoop for a couple months, I'm doing pretty good. Then you start not feeling it as much. You take 2 scoops, 3 scoops, and then you can't live without it. All right, I would say don't take it, but if you're gonna take it, I would say get a lower dosage or a less intense pre-workout, because I know some of these have like a lot of stimulants, a lot of caffeine, and that isn't really good for you because most students who are my audience, I actually want to have my audience more younger people who aren't that experienced, but you usually lift after school from like 2 p.m. to like 6 p.m. in that time frame, and if you're taking 400 milligrams of caffeine in the like evening, you're gonna be up and jittery, and you can't fall asleep. That's personally what happened to me. I would take it 2-3 scoops. I couldn't fall asleep till like 1, 2, 3 in the morning. Okay, if you're struggling with having that like jittery at night, you can't fall asleep, I would suggest taking what is that? It's either non-stim or or lower caffeine pre-workout, because I think that will help not be like, you won't be as like energetic later into the day. Another thing is that beta alanine. That is like the supplement the supplement that makes you like feel itchy, your lips itchy. I've gotten it in my cheeks, my arms. Just feels like if spiders are on my skin, I have to scratch them off. Right, it feels itchy. If you're not into that like sensation, I would recommend getting a pre-workout without beta alanine. Personally, I love it. I love the feeling. I'm not opposed to it, so I take one with beta alanine. The one I currently take is CBum Thavage, and I have gone through about 7 or 8 tubs, I think. But if you had the choice to get pre-workout protein or creatine, I would suggest skipping this because these are expensive. These can go from like $30 to $50 easily for like just some of the name brands. So I would rather get protein powder or creatine over pre-workout, because you can really just pick up a Celsius or a Monster or something, which I'm not saying are better, but they're cheaper. Well, okay, not cheaper in the long run, but cheaper the one-time purchase. Oh, that reminds me. We're done with pre-workout. Onto energy drinks like Celsius. I know Ghost has one, Rise, all these other energy drinks. They're worth like the $2-3, but what I have researched or what I've had people tell me is that you are more prone to develop kidney stones if you drink these on the daily. But I'm not sure how true that is, so do your own research. Don't just listen to me. But yeah, I've heard that these can give you the higher probability of producing kidney stones. And let's be real, as long as you're not chugging it every day, you should be fine. Realistically, you should be able to work out without any type of caffeine or stimulant or anything, all right? So that being said, drink it if you want. Do the research. Don't just listen to me. Yeah, you'll be good. Ashwagandha. Brand is Gali. I'll be real. I bought this early 2023 summer. I took it for maybe a month. The negative side effects were just like a lot too much for me to handle, so I just stopped taking it. Some that I experienced were heart palpitations. My chest would like hurt, kind of. It just hurt out of nowhere. I did read that it is a side effect of ashwagandha, or KSM 677, I think. But that being said, I did experience negative side effects, so I did stop taking it. All right, remember, if you're experiencing anything really negative or just negative at all, I would suggest not taking that and just like find something else, because I had heart palpitations. It is a stress reliever, and I did get those benefits, but then it made me like, it's hard to explain the feeling of it, but I just personally did not like the stress relieving benefits of it. So that mixed with the heart palpitations, I just stopped taking it in general. And yeah, I don't take it anymore. I really don't take, all right, the only thing I take is like a multivitamin and I think fish oil, but that's about it. So I really don't get into the gummy or pill stuff, but those 2 I just listed are what I take. What other supplements do I know of? Oh, BCAAs and like liquid IV. Well, okay, I'm going to talk more about liquid IV. I'm not going to talk about BCAAs at all because I've never taken those, but I've taken Liquid IV and like electrolyte powder sticks. I do believe they have a benefit because I've been able to have more endurance and have like not get winded technically as much as when I've not been on it. But keep in mind, they're hydration sticks, all right? Just because you take one doesn't mean you shouldn't keep drinking water throughout the day. I do say that they're worth it. If you have the $15 or so to shell out for a pack of like what, 5, 6. They do get expensive though. I'm going to say that. But any really like electrolyte powder, Gatorade, any of that, it's all going to work basically the same. All right, covered protein, pre-workout, ashwagandha, Celsius, energy drinks, and now electrolytes. I think I covered everything today. I might make another video later on, like a year, just detailing if I've taken any different ones besides these, because so far I've only taken these, but I know there's a bunch more out there I could research and try. And yeah, that's about it. But thank you for watching. Give me a like, subscribe, follow my TikTok. That's about it. I'll catch y'all later. Oh, I'm going to post a video right here of me benching 135 for 6. Because I think that's an improvement. Because I used to not be able to do that. So, yeah, peace.